of the very best postpartum drinks to make from day 3 after giving birth all the way through day 42 is a Dashamula decoction, a very beautiful tea blend. It is so easy to make and it's extremely nourishing and healing. It's a nervine, which means that it helps to repair and restore nervous tissue and regulate your nervous system. It's a muscle tonic, it's a GI tonic, astringent, which means that it can help to safely, naturally return tissues to a normal size if there's been any swelling or inflammation. And it is very grounding energetically. So in Ayurvedic terms, we say that it's balancing for Vata as well as Kapha doshas. And this is something that you do want to boil first because it's a root of the plant as opposed to aerial parts or flowers, which you can put on boiling water later. And I would recommend starting with at least 2 grams per batch of tea, and maybe anywhere from 2 to 5 grams if you're working with an Ayurvedic practitioner or an herbalist. Possibly a higher amount will be indicated, but that is going to be a very strong batch and very healing. So for the general public, that is perfect to do for your Dashamula blend. And to about 1 quart of water. So I find that a kitchen scale is extremely helpful just to measure out your herbs first to get the most accurate assessment of how much you're going to put in. And then you will just put this in a pot and it's ready to go. So to measure out the Dashamula or any cut and sifted tea blend or herbal powder concentrates that you have, you simply want to turn on your scale and tare it to whatever measurement of your choice. I prefer grams, and that is the standard used by a lot of herbalists. And measure out 4 grams today. Okay, perfect. So this will be more than plenty for a very strong medicinal tea infusion. And next we'll go to the stove to boil it. So here we are at the stove, and I'm gonna pour 1 quart of fresh spring water inside this stainless steel pot. And while the water is still cold, to get optimal medicinal benefits from this blend before boiling it, simply place the Dashamula 10 roots tea blend inside, and once this gets boiling, this will mix naturally on its own very well. And then I'm going to bring this to a boil and let it simmer for at least 5 to 10 minutes. If you want a stronger medicinal infusion, you can let it simmer for much longer, even up to an hour, or you can turn it off the heat and leave it soak overnight. And this is really to your taste. So if you do a more dilute blend, then you may get several batches out of this same 4 gram measurement. Or if you do a stronger medicinal blend, you might just compost the excess roots that you have later. And then once this is ready, you're welcome to add in your favorite whole milks, sweeteners to taste, and make it an absolutely delicious cup of tea. So here is the next phase of our Dashamula decoction. It's been boiling for about 15 minutes. I just turned the heat off, and I'm going to leave it covered and let it just steep for a few more minutes before the next step, which is straining out the herbs. That looks gorgeous. So now our Dashamula tea is ready to strain, and there are many ways that you could do this. This is one of my favorites if I'm ready to drink it straight away. So I'm just going to strain the herbs the top of this mug. You can also store the remaining tea into a thermos or something that will keep for the next several hours. And again, you can add in your favorite whole sweeteners and milks to taste now. And let me just show you the finished product here. Beautiful tea. Cheers.